Hi parents, this is Kirk Jones, the high school pastor here at Fallbrook. And I'm just going to real quick recap what we talked about today, just in case there's any conversations that were going on at home or if you wanted to keep tracking with us. Today we went through the triumphal entry, Luke chapter 19, verses 28 to 40. And we talked about who exactly it was that we represented in the story. Are we the crowd that praised Jesus as we see in this story, but we'll find out only 5 days later is going to be the ones that wind up killing him? And so is that how we live our lives? Do we praise him on Sunday and kill him on Friday? Do we worship him during the weekends and on Wednesday nights, and then on Fridays we live a completely different life? We talked about hypocrisy and different kinds of things like that. Or do we represent the Pharisees that rebuked, that told Jesus to rebuke his disciples for cheering and praising God, and the fact that we are actually designed to worship, and that we see that at football games, we see that at rock concerts, and then we show up on the weekends and we live out this quiet life that does not show any excitement for who God is and how we are designed to worship him and to be excited about who he is. We talked about how ironic it is that we would probably never intentionally show up 20 minutes late to a movie, but that we would show up, but that we would show up almost regularly 20 minutes late to church on a regular basis. And then last, kind of interestingly, we talked about, are we the donkey in this story? That Jesus said, I have need of you. And we see that the donkey, although it had never been ridden, and probably anyone else who would have hopped on that donkey would have got bucked right off. We can see that creation is designed that when the Lord calls need of us, that when the King says something, creation does it. Jesus calms the storm. And is that how we're living our lives? Are we living our lives in such a way that when Jesus calls us, when God calls us to do something, we're on top of it? And how it's almost a paradox that Jesus has need of us because God is fully self-sustained. He does not technically need us, but that his use of us is for our benefit and not his. So just kind of challenged to really take a look at our hearts and where we are. So we're getting close to wrapping up the book of Luke, and we will be doing these videos hopefully on a weekly basis. Brian and I are wrapping up the book of Luke right now. So if you want to stay up to date in the know, check us out. Thank you. Goodbye.